me one. It is 11:57. Just for fun.
1, 2, 3. 1.
Hold it in, you're on camera.
What?
Hold it in, you're on camera.
What did you say?
I said hold it in, you're on camera. All right,
You mean suck in my belly?
take a picture.
Just talk. It's not on. Check 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3. Check. Check 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3. Eye of the tiger. Sibilance. Sibilance. Whatever that word is.
Sibilance. Sibilance.
So the microphones are on, everyone. 2 minutes. So your voices are being captured and recorded.
2-minute warning.
2-minute warning.
That's what she said. Something. No, I'm so that way. I don't talk about this. Oh, it is. You have me. I erased it.
That was it. You know what? Don't erase it. That should be his motivation. I think we're ready. Mics are up there. We can find.
Yep, smile for Julia.
I honestly think, Tim, is there a mannequin in that?
Oh, thank God. Say no, say no, say no.
Can you get my Jeffrey's iPhone?
No.
Hey, Matt, you just unplug this and plug in as you need, okay?
There's no mannequin.
We have 3 cameras now.
If you guys need the link,
Yeah,
the
but
logo,
probably not.
phone number right here.
What?
Is this your phone?
Yeah.
How do I know when the battery's dead?
I know, but it's my interview. Chrissy says he's like multiple.
So is this, are we just going to switch between this and there?
When you're not using it, I would plug in.
Every 30 minutes, I'm going to switch.
All right, and you can hear me okay? You can hear me good? Am I too loud if I'm talking like this? Because I'm a loud talker.
You can talk regular, and I'll just bring the
Okay.
mic down.
Said the ring late 12:45.
That's fine. Oh, no.
Okay, we'll tell them.
Yeah. And we're asking everybody to just go with it.
Should I feed you?
Yeah, I'm going to ask for the sandwich.
That's fine.
All right.
Smile.
Are we live? Are we good, Rebecca? All right. I think we're going to do it. And this is on. Okay. I'm looking at Nathan first. Nathan's going to give us the go. All right, let's go ahead and switch to camera 1 and let's turn our... Yeah, wonderful. People might have been listening already, but we are going live right now. We are live. All right, and we got our first phone call. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2016 American Red Cross Giving Day National Capital Region Telethon. There's an acronym in there somewhere that somebody needs to figure out, but that is probably the longest title. And what we're doing now is we are here in Fairfax, Virginia, coming to you live, and we are saying live like that because we really don't know what we're doing with technology, but we're making it work here. So I'm saying that I apologize. If anything happens, if there's any technical difficulties, we want you to just go with it. But we have a great 2 hours here. We're going to be with you for the next 2 hours, and we are going to be talking about all of the different services we have. We have service to the armed forces and veterans. We have disaster services, preparedness services, international services. We're taking you around the world and right back here, and it's going to just be a wonderful, wonderful 2 hours. I'd like to kick us off first and bring on our CEO, Linda Mathis. Linda, come on up here. Let's hear it for Linda.
Okay.
All right, Linda. Hi. How are you? Hi. We hug. We hug. And so tell me, first of all, what is Giving Day for you?
Oh, Jeff, this is a fantastic day where I am participating with members of our team 24 hours, dedicating 24 hours to asking people in this community to join us in supporting the families who depend on us 24 hours every day. So this is an incredibly special period of time. You know, I'm conscious that we spend so much time delivering the service and engaging people and help us deliver the service that we just don't make enough noise about the services that are provided. We don't make enough noise to invite people to join us in doing this. So that's what this is all about today.
Some joyful noise.
Joyful noise.
Joyful noise out there?
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yes.
And I think when we're talking about services, this is an everyday affair for the American Red Cross.
24 hours every day. People depend on us. Jeff, think about it. Hundreds and hundreds of families depend on us every day to be there for them with essential things like food and clothing and shelter and blankets, comfort kits, toothbrushes. Every day, every moment of every 8 minutes somewhere in this country, Red Cross is responding to a disaster.
Incredible.
And this community yesterday, all of a sudden there were 20 families who were affected by one fire, and our team of fantastic volunteers and staff were there immediately helping them with food and clothing and shelter. It happens every day.
And I understand that our volunteers, once we know that there's a fire going on, they are typically there usually within an hour.
Absolutely. Less than an hour. Go from their home, ready to go. These are people who have taken training in advance. They know what to do and how to do it, and they have the compassion and the competence to do it. So they go.
And we're going to meet some of those folks in a little bit here, but we also have another major part of our mission for the Red Cross and for the National Capital Region here is service to the armed forces.
Oh, a very special part of our mission. Here in this area, we have over 1,000 volunteers who help us support the men and women of the military and their families. From the moment the wounded, sick, and injured arrive at Andrews to being triaged to Walter Reed or Fort Belvoir or Andrews or someplace else in this country, our teams of volunteers began immediately to help them recover and rebuild their lives.
Can I just tell you how passionate this woman is? This isn't scripted, and we told her about this whole thing like 8 minutes ago. So she's making it happen and making it happen. The first thing that I want to do, hold on for 1 second, because I want to take us around. Why don't we take a look? Can we switch to camera 2? Look at how good we are. Can we switch to camera 2? Are we live on camera 2? Camera 2, come here. Camera 2, Matt. I've got Matt on camera 2, Mike on camera 1.
All right.
Follow us around here. I want to take you on a trip around the room. We have a phone bank here of people taking calls and making calls, asking people to help on this day, saying we need your help to really be able to deliver these services day in and day out. They're busy calling folks. They've been calling before we started. They're going to call when we're done. And in fact, they're calling. We're getting some calls in, which we're going to come to in 1 second. But follow me around here because we also have a wonderful spread. We have our volunteers here coming in and out. We've got staff, volunteers, partners, donors. I want to thank for a second, camera 2, why don't you zoom in here for a second. I want to just thank Firehouse Subs. When we go to scenes, fire scenes or other disasters, we are typically providing food, shelter, clothing, other essentials. From the food standpoint, we have some wonderful partners, and not just for clients, but also for the first responders as well. And those people can eat, let me just tell you. But we're making sure that they're fed and ready to roll so that they can focus on the job at hand. And Firehouse Subs has been such a great supporter of the American Red Cross. And I just want to say thank you because it is really a really a great thing, and it's really good. And I'm an Italian from Philly, so I know hoagies. Let me just tell you something. And this is a really good hoagie. Anyway, I can't keep eating this, though. Is there something we can do? Here, Lisa, here. There we go. Take that. All right. We're going to roll around here and come back to it. We've got, Denise, we have a call-in number here. Look at this. This is how we're doing it, folks. We got a call-in number, 202-643-0303. Call in and talk to us. We think it'll work. And back here we have our social media bank. We have Rebecca and Estelle, which is like Adele but with an S. And you're going to sing later for us too, right? Uh-oh, good. That's not a no. Not a no. And they're talking to people with hashtag Help One Family. People are talking on social media all day long, starting last night. Help One Family. And then let's come around here. We've got Chris Duffley here, who is we've put on our Lego table, and clearly he was very excited when we started, and probably slightly less excited now. But for
1,329 pieces to go.
What? Oh, we're on this camera now. Okay, we're on camera 3. So camera 3. And Chris, can you just tell us you know what? We're going to come back to the Legos. You keep going. I don't want to distract you. Let's bring it.
Jeff, meet Rika.
Let's bring it back around here. This is what we're doing. This is a little crazy. We're gonna come back to that because we want to take a call. Do we have a call here? We do. All right, we're trying to take a call here. Okay. Hello. This is Jeff. You're talking live. I think I have Bridget on the phone.
Hi, Jeff. You do.
Wonderful, Bridget. Who? Yeah. Let's hear it for Bridget. Bridget, who are you?
I am just a fan. No, I'm Nell's sister.
You're Nell's sister. So we are shameless. Nell, who's on camera? We got Nell over here, right? Go to camera 3. That's Nell right there, live in the phone bank. So anyway, Bridget, we're so thankful that you're calling. Why do you support the Red Cross?
I support the Red Cross because you guys do a lot of great things and you help out a lot of people, and there's no reason not to support the Red Cross.
There is no reason not to support your American Red Cross. So thank you very much, and thank you for calling. Thank you for your donation. We appreciate it. Nell says goodbye, and she'll talk to you later. All right.
Sounds good. Thanks so much, and good luck.
Thank you, Bridget. Talk to you. All right, Linda. Why don't we come back? Yeah, we're going to come back here. Okay. We have 2 hours to go here, so we've got a lot of space, a lot of time to fill. But Linda, can you just tell the folks at home? Yep, come on in and tell the folks at home why they should support the American Red Cross.
Oh, you should support, and many already do support. So this is actually an opportunity to thank the people who have already called in, who've already sent contributions in, who's already offered their time to volunteer and blood out of their arms. We're taking all of these gifts and turning them into essential services. So for those of you who haven't yet, this is why. People are counting on us for these essential, basic human services. And we need your help to do it. We need you to give your time, your money, and your blood. Today we're focusing largely on financial contributions. That's the way Red Cross services are provided. That's what makes them all happen. So please, pitch in.
Yeah.
Join us.
Go to hashtag Help One Family. Let's throw the hashtag up there if we don't. Hashtag Help One Family. What's great about the hashtag here, and I just want to tell you this, that Craig is making a donation. And we all know Craig, right? You do know Craig. Craigslist. Craig from Craigslist. Can we get Craig's photo up here? Let's get Craig's photo up here. See, we're just all over the map here. This is great. This is a picture of Craig with my voice right now. And Craig from Craigslist today for the American Red Cross is donating $1 for every time the hashtag is used, Help One Family. Let's hear it. Thank you, Craig. Up to $25,000. So if you're using that hashtag, you're making money for the American Red Cross, and we need it, and we thank you for it.
Let's thank Craig again.
Let's thank Craig again.
Wherever you are.
And Craig, I got a sofa that I need to get rid of, and I'll sell that and put the money. So we've got another donor or a caller, or what's going on here? Okay. All right. So that's great. So let's take a call. I believe we've got Thea on the phone. Thea? How are you, Thea?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am doing well. Thank you so much for calling in and for donating. We want to hear. I hear that you are connected to the American Red Cross in a very special way. And tell me a little bit about your relationship to the American Red Cross.
Well, my sister works there. My sister, Valisa Samaras.
Valisa, yep. We go after the family friends. It's a friends and family plan here. It's how we do it. And
Yep.
And what do you love about the American Red Cross?
What I know about the Red Cross is what I have heard from her. She's a great ambassador for the Red Cross because she's always telling us about the wonderful things you do, the support you provide for people that are experiencing tragedies or disasters. So I like the fact that you're out there helping others in need.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for calling. Thank you for your donation. We really appreciate it. And keep going out there and spread the word. # help one family, okay? Thank you so much. All right. Bye-bye. All right. Let's and Linda, I think Linda is actually going to be making some phone calls herself. She's going to be jumping into the phone bank here. And why don't we come over one more time? Stay with me, folks. We're moving. Why don't we come over here? And I just want to, he's on the phone right now, so we're not going to interrupt him. But this is Lee from Allstate. Allstate, a huge supporter of the American Red Cross, and we want to thank Lee. We'll be talking to Lee later, but what a way, how we do it. We do this with partners, and partnerships are the way we get the job done. And Allstate has been a wonderful partner, and I just wanted to thank him for not only partnering, but then we put him to work. This is how it happens, right? So thank you very much. Thank you, Lee. And Linda's going to jump in right next to Lee and make some calls as well. Wonderful partnership. So thank you. Okay.
Give me a phone.
Yeah. Why don't you guys slide down if you can? That would be great. Okay. So next, we're going to need a volunteer. Actually. We're going to need a volunteer, and we're looking at. I'm going to need a volunteer here. I need 2 volunteers. I think we're going to need Eric, and I'm going to need Amy. All right, so we're going to need 2 volunteers. So next, let's come back to camera 1. All right, so come on stage here, and hang out. So. I'm not really sure. We got a tight thing. So hi, come on in. So this is real nice and tight here. And Eric, go ahead. Eric, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was with the Red Cross for 15 years overseas, working in a number of countries, responding to disasters, and now I'm the community volunteer leader for Montgomery County chapter.
Wonderful. So you're helping us out in Montgomery County,
correct.
Here in the National Capital Region, doing all sorts of things, representing us at meetings and with our partners and all sorts of other.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. And
in the fire alarm campaign.
And the home fire campaign. We're installing smoke alarms. So this is perfect. We're going to test your skills here in a second. And Amy, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Amy, and I work at the American Red Cross National Headquarters. I work on the home fire campaign, which is a home run. We are reducing deaths and injuries caused by home fires by 25% by the end of 2019. It's a wonderful campaign, making your community safer.
So we're gonna show you now how easy it is and how important it is to install a smoke alarm. So I'll take this from you because you don't need this. What we're going to do here is, why don't you go ahead and we got this drill. Do we have screws somewhere? We've got screws, and you don't actually need the anchors for this. We're gonna move forward here. Yeah, in fact, do you have the actual screw box. No, the actual the box that came with the screws. Oh, no. Right here? Nope. There was a plastic box. All right, see, we're rolling with it. Yeah, I would typically what we'd use here to make things move faster is drywall screws. Nope. Those are so here. I'm going to give you a little. These are drywall anchors that you use and you put into the screw, and then that separates and it allows you to do it. Drywall screws are just a screw that go in, but that's okay. It's live. It's live TV, right? That's okay. So here we go. We're gonna show you how to do this. And Matt, I don't know if we need you to jump in here as well, but to figure it out. But this is how easy it is. So go ahead and throw this up. This is an earlier example. So go ahead and throw it up somewhere up on there. Okay, but I need the screw, right? Oh yeah, right there. There you go. Now we've got our drywall test here. We're going to throw these screws into the drywall. Whoop.
Okay, let's do another one. Do you want me I'll hold it. I'll hold this. Teamwork. What do you need? Here we go.
No problem. Nice.
Nice. Great job.
Perfect. Let's throw another screw in there. Here you go, right here.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm going to tell you that a smoke alarm, and these are 10-year lithium battery smoke alarms, they are some of the cheapest life insurance you could get. These things, you really only have 2 minutes to get out of a house. Look at that. All right, thank you very much. Look at that. See how easy that was? So there you go, and then you would test it. We're not going to test it right this second because it's going to be really loud. But anyway, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Great job. Great job on that. All right, we got this on. Yep, we got this on. You're going to plug that in. Yep, that way. And then flip it down. All right, so we've got a special guest here for you tonight. Come on up here. We've got Major Caitlin Van Dam and Major Katie. What should I call you? Major. I don't want to call you Major, but what can I call you?
Let's go with Katie.
Go with Katie. Oh, here we go. We have this for you. So, Katie, I want you to tell us a little bit about. Let's jump into the set here. I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself. Why are you here, and what have you done?
Well, I have the distinct honor of being the Tiffany Circle, which is a group of Red Cross women. Phenomenal history. If you get an opportunity, definitely Google the Tiffany Circle Red Cross. It's a really great story.
Oh yeah.
After the Civil War, really great history. Anyways, they every single year they nominate a woman warrior of the year for the Red Cross, and they chose me this year, and I am completely honored.
Yeah. So let's see if we can. Nathan. Let's see. Nathan's our director here. Nathan Duvall, let's see if we can pull up the photo here. But anyway, you were a pilot, correct? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure, yeah. I was an attack helicopter pilot in the Marine Corps. And
I'm sorry, an attack helicopter pilot in the Marine Corps. I just want to touch on that for a second. Okay, so I believe, let's roll this in here. I believe this is a version, maybe not the real version, but a version of the Whiskey Super Cobra.
You never want to see this view of it.
You do not want to see this view, but I can assure you, this is the Whiskey Super Cobra. Little known fact, the DoD asks 9-year-old boys to name all of their military equipment. Whiskey Super Cobra attack helicopter. This is another version of it that I Google searched about 8 minutes before we started. But anyway, and let's go to one more photo here, just to bring it back. Let's go to the one more photo, and there you go, and one more, and then we'll come back to this one. Oh no, we're missing one. There we go. So just to prove that you were, yeah, it is to prove it, and then let's go to the current Tiffany Circle one. All right, there we go. So this was Katie at our Salute to Service Gala last November, accepting the Tiffany Circle Woman Warrior Award, and we were so honored to have you there, and it was just such a wonderful event. Our gala this year is going to be November 19th, no, 18th, 19th? 18th, November 18th. Sorry, 18th. 18th last year, 19th this year at the McLean Hilton, and we love the location, and we're really excited about it. So, tell us a little bit about the Red Cross and what your exposure to the Red Cross has been.
Sure. Well, when I was in Afghanistan, one of the many jobs of the attack helicopter is to essentially fly bodyguard for medevac aircraft. Medevac aircraft are the helicopters that pull out wounded service members or civilians or anybody down there, and that was really my first big exposure besides donating blood as a child. And what really appeals to me about the Red Cross is that it's a national organization that is focused within your community. You know, all of the money that's donated, the blood, the time, everything goes towards helping out your community. And I think like medevac aircraft or CASEVAC aircraft in combat, the beauty of the Red Cross is there are no politics in it. It is purely there to help anybody in need, and so that is why the Red Cross really appeals to me as an organization.
Well, thank you for that, and thank you for your service. And I will say that the Red Cross is there. We did have staff in Afghanistan, and they're there to relay emergency communication messages. So if there is someone that is having a significant life event, the birth of a baby, the death of a relative, something like that, the military will actually look to the Red Cross to verify that before they do anything. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've definitely had Red Cross messages, that's what they're called, come in. And it's really phenomenal that it's such a well-organized institution that it can reach into combat zones so that we as leaders are able to take care of those that we lead, and by taking care of their families and letting them know when significant events in life do happen.
Well, again, thank you so much, and thank you for coming here today. I think we are going to test out your skills. Yes, we are, because you are, as you said, a Marine attack helicopter pilot, which is cool. The most powerful thing that I have driven was like a Toyota Corolla, probably. So
Stick shift, maybe. I mean, that's
no, it was automatic, but yeah, you know. But anyway, so we're gonna do what I did is I do have a drone. I do have a drone here that I'd like you to fly, and we're gonna test your skills. We want to see how good. I'll take this from you. We're gonna see how good you are at this thing. So I don't know which camera we're on. Are we on camera 2? All right, so we're on camera 2. So let's go ahead and see. We don't know where this is going, folks. Oh, boop, boop. All right, let's turn it off and turn it back on again, and see.
all the time.
This happens all the time. I got to get the propeller to spin it.
Keep your thumb tucked in.
All right, I'm gonna go like that. And see if we can make a link.
This is live television.
This is live TV here. All right. Let's see.
I actually sabotaged this before the event, so I wouldn't humiliate myself on live television.
Well, so that means you have to sing and dance now.
All right, I'm ready for the drone. Okay. No singing and dancing.
Do you want to go to
I don't think it's the battery, but I have another one here. All right, Matt.
Yeah.
Why don't we look at the phone bank?
Oh, great. Yeah, let's go on over and see the people on the phones.
With the folks at the phone bank, looks like Linda's dialing away, and I think we're back in business.
And we're back. All right, so. All right, now that was just warm up, stretch, do whatever you got to do, make it feel good. I want you loose. All right, here we go. Major Van Dam, attack helicopter pilot. Look at this, folks. I'm telling you, this is not easy right here. We are live. Nice. Now, I don't think we got the FAA's approval for this, but I have to say, I am impressed. Keep going. All right, let's take it for a spin. Let's take it for a spin back.
All right, ladies.
All right, heads up, everybody. We're coming at you here. That is amazingly reliable.
Cameraman, camera one.
Camera one just got attacked. It's great. Oops, sorry. Oh, man. All right, folks. Thank you so much. That was tremendous. Tremendous work. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Donate.
And donate. Thank you. Yes. Hashtag Help One Family. Katie, thank you so much for coming today. We really appreciate it. We really are thankful for all of our supporters. We're thankful for the service of the men and women in the military, veterans. And in that vein, I think we want to talk to Chris. So we want to go back. So let's get camera 2. One of the things I want to talk to you about is some of the work that we're doing at Walter Reed and at Fort Belvoir Community Hospital. These are unique missions for the American Red Cross in the National Capital Region, and we're highlighting one program here. So let's take a look back. Let's take a look back. Are we ready here? All right. So we're heading over to we're going back to the Lego table. Are we live here? Wonderful. So Chris, give the mic. Chris, we're going to get you a microphone here. And Chris, tell us. So
Awesome.
you're building Legos.
I am building Legos.
Why?
And so why we build Legos, we've got about a 1,300 piece Millennium Falcon here. And so our therapists at Walter Reed depend on the Red Cross each and every day for these Lego kits that they use for patients recovering from both physical and mental injuries. For physical injuries, the small pieces and the dexterity involved in hand-eye coordination and putting together these complex puzzles, if you will.
So in a way, these are clinical tools that they're using for recovery.
Absolutely. So Walter Reed has got some of the most cutting-edge therapists, and they think outside the box, and this is one that the patients love. A lot of these guys especially grew up putting together Legos as a kid. Everybody loves Star Wars. The Star Wars theme is hand in hand with Legos. They've built 5,000 piece Death Stars and Star Destroyers. We're working on the Millennium Falcon here. They've got display cases throughout Walter Reed with some of the end work of their patients.
Well, and Chris, this is one of the unique opportunities at the American Red Cross because the Department of Defense is not going to buy Legos for these folks, and the only way that they can get them is through donations. So we receive donations of either monetary donations or Legos themselves, and we're able to, as the American Red Cross, provide these. As a matter of fact, I think the clinicians write a prescription out for these and what they'd like to see. So we try to honor that, and we do that with the support of our community.
Absolutely. And so some of the other unique things that they do, working with traumatic brain injury and post-traumatic stress patients, the therapists get a little creative and a little devious. They'll give one patient the instruction book, the other patient the bag of parts, and then the third patient will have to assemble all the parts. So it helps them problem solve, communicate. It's a great rehabilitative tool, and like Jeff said, the Department of Defense doesn't pay for any of this stuff. This is all brought to you by the American Red Cross and donors like you.
Yeah, thank you so much. So I appreciate it. And I'll just say, this is just one of many different programs that we have. We are providing tablets for certain recovery efforts. We're providing other necessities, tearaway clothing for those that have amputees, chargers if they're in the hospital and they need something, we're able to go and get it to them.
Wi-Fi hotspots. We've got 600 volunteers, over 600 at Walter Reed each and every day, and they are doing everything from providing neurosurgery to doing art therapy and helping provide Legos.
Yeah, wonderful. So thank you so much, Chris, and keep at it. I expect you to finish this within the next hour and a half. So you got it. You just keep going. I don't want to interrupt
help
you.
Here, but I'm going to get going.
Get going. So
Thanks,
I think
Jeff.
we're having a great time here at Giving Day Telethon, the National Capital Region Giving Day Telethon Live. And I want to say that I did hear with all of the technology that we've been sporting today that Mark Zuckerberg has tuned in. I think I've heard that Mark Zuckerberg is watching, and I want to thank you, Mark Zuckerberg, for your donation to the American Red Cross. I think. So Mark, thank you so much. Now we're going to come back. We have a great group of people here today, but before we go on, I'm going to keep them here, and we are going to talk to a gentleman here who I think we're going to wait for the call here. Let's get the other microphone. And all right, hello. Who do we have on the phone?
You have Matt on the phone.
Matt, thank you for calling in, and thank you for your donation. Why don't you tell us a little bit about why you're donating to the American Red Cross?
I am very aware of the tremendous need that the Red Cross has for any donations right now, so I just wanted to be one of the people that called in to give you guys a hand.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I want to thank you, and I also believe you are connected to somebody here at the Red Cross, correct?
Yes, I am. I am certainly connected to someone at the Red Cross.
Yes. Who is that?
Her name is Nell, and her last name is Untitled.
Nell Untitled over there. Nell Untitled getting the entire family to call in and donate. We do appreciate it. I think so far, Giving Day. So Matt, thank you so much for your call and your support. Make sure Nell's going to be with us all day, so we want to have a nice dinner ready when she gets home. Thank you. All right. I just want to say that we're going to go check the numbers at some point, but when we started this, the American Red Cross across the country has raised over $750,000 in one day so far, and we're not even through the first half of the day. So that is just wonderful. I'd like to come back now. Is this seat for me? That seat is definitely okay, so I'd like to come back now. We'll sit here. I have my friends,
Mary Jo
and Amy,
here, and we also have. Why don't you jump into the camera just to see?
Hi, I'm Diane.
So Diane is here. Diane works on American Red Cross, one that is very important.
I have the most amazing job at the American Red Cross. I am the director of women philanthropy, so I help women realize their philanthropic dreams.
That is incredible. Isn't that wonderful? So, the American Red Cross has an incredible. This is a really interesting way to interview one another. Yeah. No, please. The American Red Cross has a long history of women in philanthropy and of women leadership, starting with Clara Barton over 135 years ago, I think. So, Clara Barton, folks, in the National Capital Region. It ain't just a parkway that you sit on with traffic. It has a rich and beautiful history, and I encourage you all to hear about her story. She was just an incredible woman and truly remarkable. So as we're going forward here, it's been kind of a chaotic day. Giving Day across the country. Everybody is spinning around doing fun things, a lot going on. I think what we'd like for you is to chill us out a little bit.
I can definitely do that, and I love taking over the microphone for you, Jeff. So when I am not helping women realize their dreams, I am a yoga instructor, and Jeff has cordially invited me to offer a class, a 5-minute class, chair yoga, and we're intentionally dressing very much as you would be at home. And so what I want to do is invite you and to invite our participants to sit in a very relaxed, comfortable position, however relaxed is for you.
But usually it's like this.
If that's what comfort looks like for you, my friend, you can totally do that as well. No. Place both feet on the floor, hands on your lap.
Can we ask the viewers to do this as well?
Absolutely, viewers all across the National Capital Region, please join us for this moment of bliss. Hands are on your thighs, eyes are closed, and I invite you to take notice of your breath. There's nothing you need to change about your breath right now. Just begin to notice its power in your body. Your breath is the most important thing that you need to do. Your breath is what gives you life. Begin to notice its qualities. Without judgment, notice if it's shallow or short, long or deep. Again, no need to make judgment. Just observe its power in your body. When you're ready, open your eyes and look straight ahead. Inhale, look up at the ceiling. Exhale, look down at your knees. Inhale, look up at the ceiling. Exhale, look at your knees. One more time, look up at the ceiling. Last time, look down at your knees. Bring your head back to center. Look towards the telephones. Then look towards the windows. Look towards the telephones. Look towards the windows. One more time, look towards the telephones. Last time, look towards the windows. Now create head circles looking all around the room. This is particularly good because a lot of us carry so much stress in our necks. Imagine this as a little massage. Anytime you feel stress in your necks, do little head rolls. Circle the other way. Circle the other way. And circle the other way. Bring your head back to center. And as you inhale, bring your shoulders up to your ears and drop them down. Inhale, bring them up to your ears. Exhale, bring them down. One more time, bring them up to your ears. Exhale, bring them down. Circle your shoulders back. Again, this is a great neck massage because, again, we carry so much tension in our shoulders. Circle them forward. Circle them back. And circle them forward.
All right.
We're going to do one last thing, which is very important for a Red Cross Giving Day. We're going to do a little bit of a heart opener. So as you inhale, bring your heart over your knees. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, bring your heart over your knees. Exhale, bring it back. One more time forward. Last time back. Shift your heart towards the telephones. Then towards the windows. Towards the telephones. Towards the windows. One more time towards the telephones. Last time towards the windows. Now create that hip motion by creating a circle over your hips. Jeff, this kind of reminds me of the belly dance that we did last year.
That's right.
Circle in the other direction. Circle in the other direction. And circle in the other direction. Come to stillness. And let's conclude class as we started. Close your eyes. Place your hands on your knees. Feet on the floor. And again, take notice of your breath. This great little pick-me-up can be done anytime in your office, when you're in the car driving down that Clara Barton Parkway with a whole bunch of traffic. This is your moment of respite. Jeff, the microphone comes back to you.
Thank you so much, Diane. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you, Amy and Mary Jo, for your help. How you feeling? Pretty good?
Yes. Excellent. Very relaxed.
So I think great. So one of the things I want to talk about with talking about calming motion, one of the things that the American Red Cross does provide is that level of calm. When somebody has a devastating home fire or any type of other disaster, it is a tragedy. They've lost everything, and one of the major components of what the Red Cross does is provide that calm and comfort right there when you need it. So that's something that I think it's always good to remember, that you have a house fire where you've lost your entire house, and the Red Cross is there and their only job is to help you. And we stay with people. We don't just help them for the first hour or two. We stay with them for days, weeks, and in some cases months if we have to get them through to where they need to go. But it's just truly a wonderful thing. So thank you very much. And we've got and you care. Hashtag I care. Hashtag I care. Great. All right. Thank you all. Okay, listen, folks. I want to get everybody's attention here. Which camera am I at here? I'm at right here. We've got a phone caller here, and hi, phone caller. Hi, this is Jeff with the American Red Cross. Who are you?
Hey, Jeff. This is Donna Flory.
Donna Flory. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Hey.
Donna.
Clara B. Reddy, the clown.
This is Clara B. Reddy. Donna Flory is a great supporter of the Red Cross, great supporter of CPR, and in general of preparedness. But Donna, I have a note here that says you just called in and donated $1,000 to the American Red Cross. Is that true?
Well, Jeff, I did, and I was also asked, did I have a particular area that I would like it to go? And I said no, where the need is greatest. And I have no doubt that Linda, you, Jeff, Erwin, all of those people there are going to decide what's best done with my money to serve the people in need.
Well,
and because you just happened to be right there standing there and my name was written, I did say 1,000, but I'm going to increase that to 2.
$2,000, ladies and gentlemen. Donna Flory donating $2,000, and Donna, I cannot thank you enough. This is a huge. The dogs are so excited. Lucy's excited. The dogs are excited. We're all excited. I want to tell you, Donna, with your support and others, we are now at $845,467 for the day. So thank you so much. This is what the American Red Cross has raised on Giving Day, and your help is so imperative to us being able to provide those CPR classes, to be able to respond to disasters and service to the armed forces. I want to thank you so much. And by the way, hug your husband for me.
I sure will, and I'll just say one last thing.
Please.
I would sort of like to challenge some of my friends and recipients of American Red Cross and other leadership council members to do their part as well today.
All right, we've got a challenge on the table. Donna is challenging our other supporters to come to the table and donate. So thank you very much, Donna, and we'll be in touch.
All right, you take care, and a job well done and well deserved.
Thank you. We'll talk to you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Great. So, again, we have a lot happening here today, and I want to thank Donna and all of our donors. I mean, this generosity is what powers the American Red Cross, and it is truly the generosity of the American people that allow us to be able to do our mission every single day. And the other thing that powers us and allows us to get our mission done is partnerships. We were talking about partnerships before, and right now we have a wonderful partnership with IKEA. IKEA is putting together has been putting together comfort bags, comfort kits for disaster victims or clients across the country, and we actually have a representative now. We just heard they pulled up to the front here, and we're going to receive them. So I'm going to ask that we get a couple folks. Are they out there? Do we have help already? All right, great. So who's coming with me here? We got camera 2. Camera 2 is coming with me. Great. Camera 2. We're coming outside. We're here at headquarters for the National Capital Region, and we're walking outside here, and we hope the technology works. We think it will work. Art, can you see if somebody can keep that door open? Eric, can you keep that door open for us? Thank you. And we're going to come out. come out here to the front where it looks like, oh my goodness, are you kidding me? We've got IKEA in the house. Know the yellow anywhere. That yellow and blue. Let's say thank you. So come on over here. Look at this. This is just an example of some of the bags that IKEA. All right, can you make sure, double check and make sure that we are actually connecting here because we're outside. And hi, I'm Jeff.
I'm Tara.
Tara, nice to meet you. And? I'm Katie. And Katie, nice to meet you. And we know Erwin. Erwin. Nice. So, so come on in here. So, I just want to say that first of all, thank you for your generosity. And as you know, IKEA has been providing great support across the country for us. Here in the National Capital Region, their 2 stores are providing these kits for clients that are going to go right directly into the hands of disaster clients so they can start rebuilding their lives. So really, thank you. Is there anything you can say about the kits, about yourself?
Yeah, thank you for having us today. You're right. We'll be doing a total of 200 donations through in the Washington location and 4,300 nationwide. So those kits include a sheet set, 2 pillows.
Well, let's go in. Let's bring a couple of the kits in, and let's walk inside with me, because I have another little. It's working. It's working. So, and Tara, this is Linda Mathis, our CEO.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you.
So what a great donation. What a great thought. We're coming in. We don't really know. We've got dogs here. It's wonderful. Yolanda, hi. We're going to talk to you in about a couple minutes. I can't wait. What a beautiful dog. All right, so.
This right here is 100.
Yes.
100.
That was 100, so we're doubling that number. And we're coming in, and you're going to do that. No, that's great. We got music. You're going to do the clicking of this. Okay. So, Tara, come on up here. Let's grab a kit. All right, and Erwin, come on in. So let's see what we got here. I want to check out.
See, how cool is this? It's a pillow.
Yeah, it's a pillow.
A compressed pillow.
That's a pillow. And then rolled up in here are towels. So a bath towel. And then we have hand towels. And a sheet set that includes flat fitted and 2 pillowcases.
Now, what I really want to do is open that up and see if you can fold that fitted sheet for me, because I can never do that.
Well,
but
I can show you a trick.
Wait a second. So the other thing I will say is you left out the iconic IKEA bag that they get too.
Oh, cool.
And I'm going to tell you, when you have a fire, there's just complete devastation. You usually have fire damage, smoke damage, and water damage. One or all of the 3. So this stuff is so important. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Also for the kids, and 50 of those kits will be a soft bear.
Wonderful. So we want to try to bring back some normalcy. Can you talk a little bit about that part of it, about the teddy bear and the support that we're providing?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing in terms of like what we're doing when we're out in the community. Obviously, there's kids who are part of these disasters, right? So this is something that we can actually show as part of the partnership with IKEA. You know, they care about the community, they care about the families that are out there, and they care about the way we respond. So, am I on the side here?
You're on in.
Am I in?
And who are you?
Oh, my name's Erwin, by the way. Erwin Steerley.
What do you do?
Whatever you say.
Hey, wow.
You like that?
Wow. We have a push-up challenge coming later. I might have to pull you back up. Yeah.
That's you, Erwin.
That's right.
I'm going back to work.
You got to go back to work.
And Tara, tell me what you do with IKEA.
With IKEA, I'm the local marketing specialist for the IKEA Woodbridge location.
Perfect, wonderful. Okay, so here I'm gonna.
Awesome.
All right,
There you go.
Thank you, Erwin. You're not going anywhere yet.
We have a quiz coming up.
We have a quiz because IKEA. Let me move this out of the way. We all know and love IKEA, right? I mean, truly, it is iconic. I've shopped there often. I am mediocre at putting the things together, but I can make it happen, right? But what I want to do, why don't you come in here? There you go. So what I want to do is test you. Because you're an expert, you're wearing the clothes, you are an expert. I want to test your knowledge on what IKEA names actually mean. Because I have no clue what they mean.
All right.
All right, so we're going to test. Can you see the screen in here right now? All right, let's go. Here's your first test. Test number 1. What is that?
That's a black candle.
Let's see. Oh, my God. That's a little freaky, actually. Yes. Do you know how to pronounce that, by the way? The second one?
The second one is Riktig Olga.
Wow. Okay. Go ahead. What is that?
Curtain ring that we no longer.
Okay. I'm not sure about that. Let's check.
You don't think so?
It is a curtain ring. This is. Do you guys have to study these like a book? You guys study it? Let's go to the. What do we got? How do you say that?
Grunkula.
Grunkula. Okay, and that is.
Duvet cover.
Okay, it's a duvet. She's 3 for 3. This is incredible. Let's go to the fourth one here.
All right, Gruntal Norwegian.
Gruntal Norwegian, which sounds like an angry Norwegian, but no. Okay,
not this one.
a disgruntled. Okay, let's go. Let's see. Well, wait. What is it?
You want to know what it is?
I do.
It's a bath vanity.
How do you know that? Yeah. And by the way, I pulled these randomly just from a list that I said, that looks weird. Let me pull this one. All right, so we got the last one here. Sparsum, is that what it is?
That is what that is.
Okay, what is that?
It was a light bulb that we used to sell. They're our old fluorescent line
Yeah.
of light bulbs.
Okay, there it is. But you don't sell these now
Don't.
because you've upgraded, correct?
We have. We're going 100% LED.
100% LED, good for the environment, good for you, good for your pocketbook. When you go 100% LED, and we encourage you all to go LED, buy the LEDs from IKEA.
We have the best price in town.
You're going to save money, and then you're going to use that money to donate it to the American Red Cross so that we can go help and save the rest of the community, right?
Yes.
It's like this wonderful big circle. Cool. Well, listen, that was wild and amazing. I actually thought you weren't going to get any of them, but you got all of them. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. And thank you. Let's thank IKEA. Can we thank IKEA? Yeah. Can we thank IKEA? Great. Well, wonderful. It was such great support from folks like IKEA. Wonderful partnerships. And right now, what I'd like to do is bring together another area of the Red Cross, one that is so important. It's another area where we are literally saving lives. It's our biomedical services. It's blood donations, and I'd like to bring on Jim Toy here. So Jim, come on here. Grab a mic. Jim, welcome. Thank you.
Thank you,
Jim is there you go. Perfect. Jim is with Biomedical Services. Tell us a little bit about what you do for the American Red Cross.
Okay, I'm the district manager for the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area for blood services for the American Red Cross. So what that means is that I'm responsible for all the blood drives that run out there in the D.C. area every day. I have a team of folks who are out there in the community every single day, setting up drives, trying to get more drives added, working with our blood drive coordinators to help them to sign up their folks so that we can have successful blood drives. And the collections team comes in, picks up the blood for us, and we send it off to the hospitals, about 62 of them here in the area.
So in the National Capital Region, roughly how many blood drives do we hold every day? Roughly.
So I would say weekly we do about 35.
35 blood drives every single week, so multiple a day every day.
Right.
And
a little bit less on Sundays and Saturdays, a little more Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Sure. Yeah. And those happen at what locations, typically? Fixed and...
You know, they happen, well, we have fixed sites. I wasn't even actually talking about those, but that's great that you brought that up. We have fixed sites right here in Fairfax, as well as in Washington, D.C., and also in Rockville. The drives that we put on primarily are drives at people's offices, at community drives, at churches, YMCA's.
Great way. Sounds like a great way to bring people together. Get engage your community, whatever that is, for employee engagement opportunities or a congregation or something. Correct?
It is a great way to be engaged. You know, less than 5% of the population donates blood, but by the time you're an adult, most people, I think stats are over 90%, either need blood or know people in their immediate circle of friends and family who have used blood. So the
Wow.
need is ongoing. It's constant every single day. We have to collect, I think, about 1,000 units in our region every single day of blood in order to meet the demand of the hospital.
Incredible to have that churn every day to fill. And my understanding is the Red Cross provides approximately 45-50% of the nation's blood. 40%. Where is it?
43% right now.
43%. I mean, give or take one or two, but 43% of the nation's blood supply is provided by the American Red Cross.
And we not only do we supply 43%, but because we have a network that spans the nation, we are uniquely seated to be able to help out in areas where there are disasters. You know, when you have a large-scale disaster, the power goes out, the hospitals don't have power, they can't collect blood, they can't do those kind of things. The Red Cross is able to mobilize by collecting additional in other areas and bringing blood into those areas. So we are really uniquely positioned to be able to help out nationally, regardless of any kind of emergency where blood is needed.
Incredible. And just tell me a little bit. What is the blood donating process? Are you tapping me with a garden hose and draining me? What's the?
It's not quite a garden hose.
Okay.
Basically, the process is you read some material and then you answer a questionnaire. And actually, we've recently put that online. It's called Rapid Pass,
Okay.
which helps people to save, on average, nationwide, about 12 minutes from their donation time.
Great. We love
Which is
efficiency.
very,
Yeah.
very exciting, yeah. And so once they have done that, they have a mini history, kind of a mini health exam, if you will, where they get their temperature taken, their blood pressure is checked, their iron level is checked, and their pulse rate. And so once those have happened, then you go to the bed where a very friendly technician will take your blood with a smile on their face. And that part, the actual donating the blood itself, on average 7 minutes.
Wow.
So that's a small piece of the overall part, but it's very, very important that you first answer the questions, make sure it's healthy for you, it's healthy for the recipients, and then of course you go to the canteen when you're done, which is an area we set up where you get those nice juice and cookies.
Cookies, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, if you do it for the cookies, that's fine too. You can either whatever it takes.
You
frankly,
can do it for the cookies. You
they're
can do it for
delicious,
whatever you
actually.
want, as long as you do it.
Yeah, they're really good. And I know cookies, so I'm telling you, they're good cookies. Wonderful. Well, is there anything else you'd like to tell us about blood services?
The only thing I would say is that if you call 1-800-RED-CROSS, then you can make an appointment, and you can also find out about blood drives in your area, and you can inquire about hosting a blood drive. You can also go to our website, which is redcrossblood.org, and sign up there to donate, and also to inquire about hosting a blood drive at your church, your office, your school, or wherever else it might be.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. And I believe you're going to actually sing a song for us.
I wonder why they.
And no, I just thought you thought it made you look cool. And you do look cool. And I'm going to tell you, we're going to actually set this up for you.
Okay. Thank you.
This and this. Look at this.
Wow. Are those wireless? If I'd known, I could have just plugged
Oh,
it in.
next year you're going to have a whole rock band behind you.
I almost brought a cable.
There you go. So, what are you going to play for us here?
Well, you gave me such a wide area. I thought maybe something's a little bit fun, an old John Prine song called Spanish Pipe Dream.
Let's hear it.
She was a level-headed dancer on the road to alcohol. I was just a soldier on the way to Montreal. Well, she pressed her chest up against me about the time the jukebox broke. Give me a peck on the back of the neck. These are the words she spoke. Blow up your TVs, throw away papers, move to the country, build you a home, plant a little garden, eat a lot of peaches, try to find Jesus on your own. Well, I sat there at that table and I acted real naive, 'cause I knew that topless lady had something up her sleeve. Well, she danced around the barroom, She did the hoochie coo, singing her song all night long, telling me what to do. Blow up your TVs, throw away your papers, move to the country, build you a home. Plant a little garden, eat a lot of peaches, try and find Jesus on your own. Well, I was young and hungry and about to leave that place. Just as I was leaving, well, she looked me in the face. I said, you must have the answer. She said, no, but I'll give it a try. To this very day, we've been living our way. Here's the reason why. We blew up our TVs, blew away our papers, moved to the country, built us a home. Had a couple children, fed them on peaches. They both found Jesus on their own. So there you go. One more song? Yeah. Okay. Okay. How about this? I happen to have a capo in my pocket. Nice. Just in case. Now, if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. If I had a pony, well, I'd ride him on my boat. We would all together go out on the ocean, me upon my pony on my boat. If I was Roy Rogers, sure enough be single, couldn't bring myself to marry an old Dale. Just be me and Traeger, we'd go riding through those movies, then we'd buy a boat on the sea, we would sail. Now if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. If I had a pony, well, I'd ride him on my boat. We would all together go out on the ocean, me upon my pony on my boat. Now the mystery master man was smart, got himself a Tonto, 'cause Tonto did the dirty work for free. Tonto, he was smarter. One day said, Kimosabi, kiss my ass, I bought a boat, I'm going out to sea. Now, if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. If I had a pony, well, I'd ride him on my boat. We would all together go out on the ocean, me upon my pony on my boat. If I was like lightning, wouldn't need no sneakers, come and go wherever I would please. I'd scare 'em by the light post, scare 'em by the shade tree, would not scare my pony on my boat out on the sea. If I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. If I had a pony, well, I'd ride him on my boat. We would all together go out on the ocean, me upon my pony on my boat. Said me upon my pony on my boat.
All right. Jim, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
What a skill, and for you to share that with us, just awesome.
Thanks, Jeff.
Awesome. All right. So, anything else you want to say for the crowd? To the crowd.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Donate. We want
Best.
time, We want you to volunteer. We want your blood, and we want your
blood,
financial support.
time, and money, right?
Blood, time, and money.
In whatever order you prefer.
Absolutely. Any order you got. Any order you got. So thank you so much.
Thank you,
I
Jeff.
appreciate it. Yeah, see ya. All right. So we have another part of our mission here, which is so unique to the American Red Cross. And frankly, every part of the mission is amazing and wonderful. But this one is especially amazing and wonderful. Let's bring up. We've got. I think we have 8 volunteers coming up and 16 legs. I don't know if I'm doing my math right. 8 volunteers with 16 legs coming up. So why don't you come on up here and look at this. How incredible is this? So you're good. You're good. So come on up. And we're on camera number 2, so don't worry, Matt here on camera number 2. So first of all, let me get your introduction.
Hi, I'm Sheila, and this is Lucy.
Hi, Lucy.
I'm Pat, and this is Rika.
Hi, Rika. Okay.
I'm Yolanda, and this is Riddick.
Hi, Yolanda and Riddick.
I'm Yvonne, and this is Sadie.
Hi, Sadie. Okay, great. So truly wonderful, wonderful to have you all here. And if you don't mind, I'll start with Sadie since I'm here. Can you talk a little bit about the therapy program that we're providing?
Sadie works at Fort Belvoir Community Hospital. We walk around and visit the clinics, and wards, the open areas. She also knows that when I stand still and just talk for a while to just get settled in. She also works with a kayaking group, Team River Runner, and so she rides in a kayak.
And how long has Sadie been volunteering for the American Red Cross? I'll come down to her. It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. Hi. How you doing?
And she's very gentle. One of the things she's done is she helped get an autistic child to speak for the first time to somebody other than his family, and she cheers people up by walking around the hospital, riding in a kayak.
Thank you. Well, thank you for volunteering and for your service. Yolanda, can you talk a little bit about Riddick and some of this and some of the things that Riddick does to support the American Red Cross mission?
Well, Riddick is the one who really does all the work at Fort Belvoir. I'm just the handler. I follow behind usually. And sometimes it's quite a sight to see. We can be walking down the hall with 5 or 6 dogs at a time and get on an elevator, and there's nothing more shocking than an elevator door opening up and 5 dogs sitting there. People don't expect it in a hospital, but it's a great surprise. True. It's a great icebreaker. We get to go to the open areas as well. We'll go in the chemotherapy ward. We'll go up to the waiting area in the pediatrics area to kind of calm the kids down. And they're there just to support the service members and their families. Riddick's been doing this for about 6 months. Prior to that, he lived a not such a good life. He came from a dog mill rescue, and he was a breeding dog in a puppy mill, and so he lived in a cage for a long time in his life. But now he feels like he has a bigger calling than that, and that's to help our service members and their families. I think probably his biggest challenge is not laying on the floor on his back and asking for belly rubs all the time.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to get moving down the hall when he does that all the time.
I know. It's hard for me to not get a belly rub when I can. I don't doubt it. Bless you. Sorry. Pollen in the air in D.C. What can you do? Well, thank you so much. And Pat, how long have you been volunteering and your wonderful pup here?
Rika and I work at Walter Reed, and we've been there for just over 3 years now.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah?
And one of the interesting things about the program is the dogs have to qualify before the people.
Wow.
Our dogs had to have been on 50 visits elsewhere before they would even be considered at the Red Cross.
Amazing.
And they all have their Canine Good Citizen certification.
And yeah, absolutely. Well, let's get Jim's guitar back over here. I think we got a show.
At Walter Reed, we visit both inpatient rooms as well as the clinic areas and just the hallways.
Amazing. And Sheila here. Who do we have? And
this is Lucy. And
Hi, Lucy.
Lucy was actually born to serve. Lucy was born originally as a service dog in training. She was originally going to be provided with a service member who was disabled, but unfortunately, like many of us, turns out she has a health problem. She has some issues with her hips, so she made a job change. and the job change was to become a certified therapy dog. And or your best friend. Yeah, your best friend. Yeah. So
My wife is going to get jealous.
Lucy and I visited Walter Reed as well with Pat and Rika. We also visited a couple other facilities here in Fairfax County, Virginia. And we visit children, we visit the elderly and infirmed, and obviously we visit people like you who have black suits on so they can show off all of her hair.
That's right. Well worth it, that's for sure. Well, I think it's wonderful to have you all here, and I know we've been holding these dogs for a very long time. Is there anything I'd love to show? Are there any tricks? Let's start down the line here and see if we have some tricks. Very cool. All right, and let's go. There you go. Let's see what we have, Rika. Oh. Oh yeah. There's a turkey sandwich over there. Well done. Well done. Okay, go ahead. That is okay. Riddick is there sitting quietly and very nice dog, very beautiful dog.
He says, I do like belly rubs. So
let's get a good belly rub in there.
That's his biggest trick of all.
You know what? And that makes people melt. It's well worth it. That is beautiful. You could just hang out here if you want, right? We're going to need another volunteer to come in to belly rub Riddick. So, cool. Well, thank you so much. What a wonderful dog. And Sadie.
She does a lot more tricks, but she knows that when she's in the vest, I limit her.
Yep.
Because of her mobility and because
Sure.
being around hospital patients. So Sadie, sit. I know. Come on, take a bow. Oh, good girl.
Take
Okay,
a bow, Sadie.
That's a good girl. Sit.
Wonderful.
Oh, and a bonus stretch. That's a good girl.
Well, wonderful.
And just once, Sadie, ready? Come on, Sadie, speak. Oh, come on, one time.
She's a little camera shy.
Speak. Oh, you count. Come on.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Everybody, let's hear it for our four-legged volunteers. Great. Thank you very much. We get help across the board, and we're going to continue with the Service to Armed Forces mission here. And I'd like to invite Betty Cook up, if you want to grab that microphone, and come on up. Betty Cook, it's great to see you. We know one another. Betty Cook has been a wonderful volunteer for us. Tell us a little bit about what you do at the American Red Cross.
Well, Jeff, I'm very sorry that you've got me following this group here. I can't do that. I can't top them. But you're seeing the.
Do you have we can show? Okay, that's fine.
Oh, tricks.
Yeah, but
I'll share them with you, folks. But these are really the stars of the service to the armed forces that we volunteers use at Fort Belvoir and at Walter Reed. And you've met them, so you know the kinds of things they do. They visit our hospitals and they visit outreach groups and really are the ambassadors for the Red Cross with our military community. I basically work here at Fort Belvoir and Quantico and do the kinds of services to the armed forces that I work in the hospital there myself, physical therapy, so I get to see a lot of our wounded warriors, which is really my intent. No medical field, but I can smile.
Yeah.
So I try to do that to make them feel welcome. We do a lot of emergency communications, which I think is probably what most military people know best for the Red Cross.
That's right.
Because when they're deployed, this is our way to keep them in touch with their families here, no matter where they are in the world, 24/7, they're in touch with their families here. So we're proudest of that. And as you know, we recently went online with that as well.
That's right.
So it's very helpful. They all tell me this, so it's working.
It's working.
So thank you.
Yeah, well, thank you. And it takes a network of volunteers. We have a great group at Fort Belvoir. and Quantico and Quantico and Fort. I believe Fort McHenry, and not Fort McHenry, I believe Fort McNair at Walter Reed. We actually have volunteers at multiple locations, some of our larger programs at Walter Reed, Fort Belvoir, and Quantico. And your role there, what specifically do you do outside of the therapeutic support?
Okay, my role is as station chair. It's sort of the alter ego, if you will, to our regional manager there in the area. And I help her with whatever she wants, whatever the Red Cross wants us to do. We have a lot of outreach activities. We have, just this month alone, have had 8 of them. I had 2 on Saturday.
What did that look like? Yeah.
It was very good. We had an open house with a Semper K, K9, which is an effort to train dogs for service and what have you. And they wanted us to come out and let them meet some of our therapy dogs too, and we had therapy dogs out there and a Red Cross table. So it gives us an opportunity to reach out to the military families that live in the areas in which we work, not just Fort Belvoir. But we're very active in that regard. And then we had a second one down in Woodbridge. So we had 2 events, and at that one was about 300 people, and the other one was a couple hundred people. So 500 people we were able to reach out to in a given day. We also had one of our health services persons with us because they wanted blood pressure screening. So we utilize not only our dogs and our volunteers, but others as well.
And it sounds like you're really a connector here, that you are working not just on the bases themselves, but you're actually out in the communities where the people are needing the help the most. You guys are out there helping them, connecting to different services, finding other types of support. I know we have some trainings that SAF does, resiliency training courses for family members.
We do deployment. They have training courses with the armed services, the reserves, Air Force, the armed services, the Marines. We've done them all, and they'll come in for military people come in for a day before they deploy, and we do have our reconnection workshops that come in along with our volunteers, because we are the connector, if you will, with the military active duty people who are deployed around the world, so that they can know when their families have a problem, an emergency, a death, a birth, or whatever, some good and some bad. So we do connect them, and they appreciate that sort of thing, but they also are very happy to understand the kinds of classes that we give in our reconnection workshops, how we reach out to help the families while they're gone. And some of our active duty people, even on Fort Belvoir, I'll give you an example. Davison Army Airfield, where I was a tenant at Fort Belvoir. These military are very interested in making sure that their families, they're gone a lot. As pilots, and I noticed you had a pilot here earlier.
We did, yes.
These pilots are gone a lot, and as such, they want to make sure their families are prepared should there be a disaster. Now, we don't do disaster response. We have another element.
Sure, our disaster action teams do that, correct.
We're very happy with them. They've helped us with
Absolutely.
the exercise on Fort Belvoir that's done annually, multi-disaster, which
Yep.
is very good. But anyway, what I wanted to say is that they have us come out to the airfield every few months to talk with the families, to prepare them, disaster preparedness.
Sure.
Not response to disaster. So we're pleased to do that. We do a lot of classes too on post for the military families or for others, babysitting, lifeguards, CPR, and so other aspects of the Red Cross.
I just want to, first of all of that is incredible. And the other thing I want to mention is how wonderful is Betty? How wonderful is Betty Cook? And,
May I correct you? Betty stands on the shoulders of too many volunteers.
I think...
take credit for myself. It's just what they
Well,
do.
and I think that is an incredible point, which is the fact that you are integrated into all aspects of our mission and the service to the Armed Forces mission. Our volunteers are the ones that are at the front line doing the work. We can't do it without volunteers. We want people to volunteer for us. Go to redcross.org to see if you want to volunteer. But I think what's so amazing to me is our volunteers are doing serious work here. While we may need people to come in and fold stuff envelopes from time to time, the work of the Red Cross volunteers is doing real work, engaging with the community, really being that leading edge for us. So I want to thank you on behalf of the American Red Cross, and thank you for just everything that you've done.
Well, I want to thank you for those good words for all of our volunteers. And
Absolutely.
I will just mention one more.
Please.
I think you know Jeannie, who's
I know Jeannie, yes.
She was a candy striper years ago. She actually saved the life of a person from her Red Cross training and from being out there. When we've had outreach activities, I've had a woman pass out just in front of us. Fortunately, it was nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
Even I was able to handle it. But anyway, these things happen. And we talk about all of what Red Cross does, not just the service to the armed forces.
Absolutely. You can really save lives. And we want to encourage people to, if you're not trained in CPR, first aid, AED, get trained. Go to redcross.org and find a class near you. You can really save a life. And I just think that it's wonderful so far. I want to tell you, is that here, more or less? Across the country. So across the country, I'm getting we've gotten 3,000 gifts so far across the country of generosity. We're not done. We have a lot to go, so we're going to keep on rolling. But Betty, thank you so much. Appreciate all that you do, and just keep it up.
Thank you for your efforts.
Thank you. Yeah, you can put that on the table. There you go. We're all over the map here because the Red Cross is in so many different areas of work. You've heard about our blood donation work. You've heard about our disaster work. You've heard about our service to the armed forces. We have our international team coming up shortly, and very relevant right now. We have them until they're very likely to get deployed, possibly to Ecuador. So I want to keep that in mind here while we have them before they have to vamos. And but before we do that, I would like to take you all back outside. I want to show you our emergency response vehicle. That's what we call our ERV. Our emergency response vehicle is what we deploy to disasters, big and small. It is preloaded. It is preloaded. Yep, you'll keep that open for us. With all the items that a volunteer will need to support the clients that are there, the community members that need their help. And it's truly you've probably seen it out and about, but it is a really important tool, and it is part of the infrastructure that we need to have ahead of time so that we can be ready to roll when a disaster hits. We can't plan for disasters by the nature of the disaster. We have to be ready for them and be able to move on a dime. And our emergency response vehicles are one of them. Come on in. Thank you so much for your support. Head on in there and talk to somebody. Again, we're live. So I want to introduce to you Paul Carden. Paul Carden, tell us who you are.
I am Paul Carden. I am the Regional Disaster Officer. It means I work with a group of staff and, more importantly, volunteers who respond to disasters throughout the National Capital Region. In a given year, we unfortunately go to 500 plus incidents.
Here in the National Capital
Region. And we're there as the fire department finishes up putting the fire out, and we walk up to the family and we say, my name is, I'm with the Red Cross, how are you doing, and how can I help you begin that road to recovery? So that's what our volunteers do day in and day out throughout the National Capital Region, helping people in the worst possible moment of their life.
I'll do the math for you folks at home. 500 out of 365, that is more than one per day every day of the year here. So we really are working, and we can't do it without volunteers. We can't do it without your support. We're providing, on average, it costs about $88.50 to provide a family of 3 immediate support for that day. That's food, blankets, and some other comfort items for one day. So we need that help from you. And can we talk a little bit about the ERV itself? This beauty.
This beauty here, it's got a lot of miles on it. So this is the workhorse of the Red Cross response. Inside we have toiletry kits, we have snacks, we have blankets, we have what we call stuffed animals. And again, I like to share with people, the Red Cross has never given a child a stuffed animal after a disaster. We want to start with that first contact, empowering the family to get control of their life. So we give the animal, the stuffed animal, the teddy bear, to the parent. And then the parent gives the child that simple thing as a plush animal, a stuffed animal. That puts that parent back in control. The father is in control for action, family back in control over their life. It also contains simple things like snacks and water, things like that. You know, a bottle of water. Paul, what's the value of that? If you've been in a very stressful situation, just the fact that you have something to drink, something that's normal, something that, you know, helps you out, a bottle of water. We also have on board here blankets. In the middle of the night, families come out and basically whatever they were sleeping, so we give them the blanket. They can wrap themselves up in the blanket. Yes, it does warm them up, but it also gives them a sense of security, just wrapping a blanket around themselves, pulling it snug, or walking up to their child and wrapping their child up in a blanket. Again, so what we do is, as Jeff talked about, the $81 for that initial response, but a lot of what we also do, we need is that money to buy those blankets, that money to buy those toiletry kits. So
We have to have it ready to roll.
You've got to have it. We can't run out to the Rite Aid, the CVS, or whatever other store you want to place in there. It's on this vehicle. It arrives at the scene. The volunteers arrive with it. They walk up, and they're working with the family right then and there. The for it. See the Red Cross truck at night. It's got lighting around it. They know this is where I need to go. That's the Red Cross. And again, we need it now.
Let's open the door here, because I think we also can put people in here, the elements if they really need to, open. But you can see preloaded with all sorts of items, and I'll just jump in here to give you scale. So we have on this side a canteen, so that when we're at any type of maybe Paul, you can talk about from the actually I don't know if we're gonna get let's come out. Well, I don't know if we're gonna from a technology standpoint right here. We'll just come down here, Paul. Come down. Some of the canteen services that we do in the national capital.
When we respond to a fire, it's got the water, it's got the snacks. We pick up coffee. It's got the serving window there, so a volunteer can sit at that window. Folks can walk up. The fire department, the EMS, the police, the folks that are displaced. It's immediate. It's right then. It's something normal that they can. How you doing? What can I do for you? Care for something as simple as a cup of coffee. I mean, think of our own lives when we get stressed out. Not all of us, but many of us, when we get stressed out, we're looking for something like a hot cup of coffee. Or for a kid, we don't want to give them coffee, but we've got cocoa on board. Or in the summertime, we've got water. So it's real basic items. Right then and there, we can start the road to recovery. As Jeff is disaster to happen, to run out and get these. It can support a disaster initially with 500 people in it.
And this is really the essence of Help One Family. Hashtag Help One Family. And it's there to say we are there to help in their hour of need. And most often we're doing it with these herbs. We're doing it from vehicles. We're doing it from however we need to do it, frankly. But it's truly incredible. Now, one thing I want to ask you, Paul, about the National Capital Region. Somewhat unique is our living conditions in and around a federal city with a lot of historic areas. Can you talk about some of our connections here with some of the major agencies and the work that we're providing to them?
So I think what Jeff is alluding to here are what are called national special security events that are a high-profile nature. And we've been working very closely with our federal partners to be at And so on large events like the inauguration that will be coming up in January, but before then there'll be the 4th of July, where we have go teams. They're the first eyes and ears of the EMS system. We have two or three volunteers on a team walking in the crowd on the mall on the 4th of July, looking for bad things. Someone has lost a child, someone is having a heart attack. So our volunteers are trained to walk up, to assess the situation, to get on the radio, to call for help. But again, saying that I'm on the north side of the Washington Monument means nothing. I mean, look at just
Yeah,
about how
with a million people there. Yeah, right.
So what our volunteers also carry, the more important thing is the Red Cross flag, that they're able to pop up and wave it to draw the EMS personnel that have been dispatched to work with that family. Also work with reuniting, part of the system of reuniting lost children, or more appropriately lost parents.
Yeah.
At one of these events, depending on your age or whatever, you'll just say which one it is. So again, we're part of that process. We work with our federal government partners. We work with our DC government partners. We work with our partners throughout the NCR. So beyond going to fires, apartment building fires, we're also part of those responses to both in advance of and planning for big events. We're part of the consequence management team should there be a big disaster, where the Red Cross can roll right in with our partners.
You can hear, I'm just thankful Paul is on our team, because Paul loves this stuff. Paul loves and won't ever stop talking about consequence management. So if you're interested in consequence management, Paul.Carden at redcross.org. Again, Paul.Carden at redcross.org. Consequence management, he's your man. We're really thankful for your team, and frankly, that team is 98% volunteers that are out there doing the front lines of the work. So, thank you very much. I appreciate it, and you can pull this around back and get it out the door. All right. Thanks, Paul. See you. So come on in. We're gonna come back in here, and okay. Here you go. You'll take that. And we just saw the IRV. We just saw all the importance of why we need to prepare ahead of time, why we need these services ahead of time to help out. So we're going to come in now, and wonderful. So for one of the things that help us provide these services, not just on the financial donation side, but on the people donation side, is Lee. So Lee, come on up here. Let me grab this. Here you go, Lee.
Thank you.
Lee is, and you are with
Allstate Insurance Company.
Allstate Insurance Company. So Lee, thank you for joining us today. Thank you for making calls and taking calls on our behalf. It's partners like this that allow us to get the job done. But can you talk a little bit about what Allstate does in the community and why you're partnering with the American Red Cross?
So first of all, on behalf of the company, it is really, truly an honor to be here today to support this. It's a lot of fun. Had a great chance to talk to a lot of wonderful givers to this program. So secondly, about a week ago, the Red Cross was able to come out to one of our facilities and help provide support to us by featuring CPR classes.
Yeah, it was great,
right? It was great.
It was a lot of fun.
And also the home fire safety campaign, which is a really, really, really big deal.
Absolutely.
We walked away with a few things. Number one, just knowing how important fire safety is.
Absolutely.
And really learning how we can make a contribution by giving our time and our services to really help spread the message throughout this area.
And I think you guys are going to be joining us throughout the year going forward to actually go door to door into communities that we serve and help us provide fire safety education and smoke alarm projects. So we're thrilled for that, and thank you for that. And yeah, it was just a great day. I mean, you guys are community focused. We're community focused. It just makes sense.
Yeah, it's bringing out the good.
It's bringing out the good. Well, thank you. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, just thank you for allowing us to take part in this day. And really consider the Red Cross. It's a really great cause, and we're happy to be here. Looking forward to next year.
Well, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all that Allstate is doing, and not just on the support that Allstate provides locally here and nationally, but also providing that human touch and that people support we need that. We need help on the people side. And I just want to say it's great when we can get hundreds of people out to do something. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. All right. We have a very special person here. Why is she special? Because she's a disaster volunteer. Christy Fletcher, correct?
Yes, that's right.
It's nice to
Nice
meet
to
you.
meet you.
Thank you. We give hugs here. We give hugs at the American Red Cross. So, Christy, tell us a little bit about what you do with the American Red Cross.
All right, I respond to disaster relief, and most of the time that would be a fire.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
I think that's what we were just talking outside about, the fact that we respond to over 500 disasters here in the National Capital Region alone. I think the number is 66,000 or more across the country. That's one every 8 minutes. So you guys are busy.
We are busy. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. And where in this
Day or night.
community, where are you focused on? I know you can go
Sure.
everywhere, but where are you?
Prince William
Prince
County.
William.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So on the disaster action teams out there, what would a normal call look like for you?
You know, it could be day or night, and most of them are at night for whatever reason. But we respond to a call. Caseworker gives us an address. We go to the address and start responding by finding out what their needs are, what the fire department tells us, what they're looking at, and trying to decide if their home is livable or not livable, and to meet those needs.
Wonderful, amazing, and it's day or night.
Day or night.
And it's volunteer.
It is volunteer.
I mean, and truly,
Yeah.
it's helping out our community
Sure.
in a most personal and direct
Yes,
way. I
yeah.
think. Why do you volunteer?
I just feel like I want to make a difference. You know, I'm currently not working. I'm a military spouse, which it's difficult for military spouses to find work, you know, as we move. And one of the ways I can give back is by volunteering. And I feel like the cause with Red Cross is a greater cause than life itself, more than what I can give. If I can give any of my time, then I think that's
Incredible.
the place to do it. Yeah.
Well, thank you. I would not be able to say it any better than that. So I want to make sure that you're able to just do the work that you're doing. The support that the great people of America provide us, their generosity is what allows us to be able to do those things and provide
Absolutely.
you the tools that you need so you can leave your house at 3 a.m, which is a lot of times when it is, and head on out there. So I just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
So
Yeah,
much.
you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. All right. I want to bring on. Two very special ladies now, because they are also going to talk a little bit about a unique way to be engaged with the Red Cross and support the Red Cross mission. Come on in between these.
We do.
Yeah, absolutely. So why don't you go ahead, Linda, and take it.
Jeff, Yolanda is a Tiffany Circle member. I am too, but I'd love for Yolanda to tell you a little bit about what the Tiffany Circle is and why you're a member, Yolanda.
Well, it's a worldwide group of philanthropic women leaders who do what they can to support the mission of the Red Cross through their time, through their finances, through their resources sometimes that they can loan from maybe companies they're associated with or they own. But it's a wonderful worldwide group. We have our own chapter here in the Washington, D.C. area, the National Capital Region. Great women leaders from all walks of life who come together. And we come up with different ways to raise funds, to give time, to give back. For instance, I came earlier with Riddick to show that we do our work with him at Fort Belvoir. We host a number of fundraising events. They're a lot of fun. Usually they're women
Fun,
focused.
operative word.
Yeah.
Fun.
Fun, very fun. We have every fall what's called the In the Bag auction, where we auction off slightly used and new designer handbags, which is a wonderful way to get women together for a lunch, and it's amazing. that
First
you can-
Friday in
First Friday
November.
in November. That you can raise over $100,000 for the American Red Cross in handbag donations. So it's a lot of fun. We wrap presents for our service members at both hospitals, at Walter Reed and at Fort Belvoir for Christmas time. And we have lots of fun activities there at the hospitals as well.
With women who want to make a difference with their lives and with their financial support.
Yes.
The only requirement is that each woman donate at least $10,000 each year. And we have over 40 women who are members of our local Tiffany Circle, just a phenomenal group of women.
And then we have that worldwide group as well. We get
Yes.
together once a year at a summit so we can exchange ideas with Tiffany members throughout the world, which is always a lot of fun. And it's kind of a fun story how that $10,000 came up, wasn't it? Where did it come from? The Tiffany windows, the
Yes.
beautiful, beautiful Tiffany windows that you can see in the headquarters office of the American Red Cross.
That's right.
Downtown. And they're spectacular. And they were designed and made for a price of
$10,000 to honor the women of the North and the women of the South.
And that's where the original donation idea came from. Of course, those windows would be a lot more than that. So actually, I'm glad we stuck with the original amount.
Yes.
But we continue to give in every way we can, not just our finances, but our time and any other resources
That's right.
we can bring.
You especially, Yolanda. Thank you. I know you're hosting again a reception in your home in early May.
In early May.
To honor and support the women who are our members. Thank you for agreeing to do that again. It's very generous.
A wonderful cause. It's just it's just a great group of women. It's a lot of fun, but what a way to give back to your community and to people who are really in need with women that you really have a wonderful time with. So if you feel so inclined, get in touch with us. We'd love to have you join.
Absolutely. I am struck that some of the women have made a commitment for 10 years or more. So these are women who are involved not only this year, all year, but many have made a commitment for 10 years or more to give $10,000 each year to support these very important services.
And there are different levels of membership. I'm one of the Bonnie McIlvaine Hunter members as well, where we commit a 10-year commitment of $10,000 or more. And then again, don't forget your time, but you don't always have to donate your time. But if you can, we'd love to have you.
Thank you.
Thank
Yolanda.
you.
All right. Well, I think this is just another example of the many ways to support the American Red Cross: time, money, blood, different types of groups that have different engagement opportunities as well, which is just fun. It's just fun.
It is fun. It is.
Yeah. Thank you very much. So thank you so much. And why don't we hand that to Lisa? We can't do it without folks like Yolanda and Riddick. And Riddick, can't do it without you, man. So now we're going to move over. All right, and I think we're live with Matt on camera 2. We're going to move over here to our international crew. We have here Colin and
Noe.
And these folks, we're going to spend a little time with them because they've got some hardware, first of all, that's pretty dang cool. But they also are at really the front end of our international services for the American Red Cross. So I want to say, first of all, tell us a little bit about what you all do and what international services do. And we'll talk about some of these things.
Great. Well, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. So Noe and I are both members of the International Response Operations Center, a team within the American Red Cross that responds and supports responses to global disasters across the world. So we're in a position to provide technical support, coordinate the American Red Cross's support to an operation, as well as provide technical assistance to a Red Cross society in an affected area. And Noe can actually talk to you a little bit about some of the technology behind our support to international disasters.
Well, let's talk about the support that we're providing other folks internationally. I think one of the amazing things about the Red Cross movement, which is truly in almost every country in the world. Almost every country. You know who I'm talking about. Almost every country in the world. And I want to talk. Can you give us a little scope of how that integrated network blends together for a particular international response?
Indeed. I mean, we're part of a very privileged network of Red Cross and Red Cross national societies throughout the world. There are 190 Red Cross, Red Crescent national societies that make up one component of the movement. So within the Red Cross family, if you will, there's 3 components or primary partners. There's the International Committee of the Red Cross, the ICRC. There's the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies, the IFRC. And then underneath that umbrella, if you will, there's 190 other independent national societies or Red Crosses, such as the American Red Cross. And together, collectively, we form the Red Cross network.
So our recent largest international response, I believe, has been Nepal, correct? On scale. I know we have a couple things bubbling right now that we're going to talk about. But can you talk a little bit about Nepal?
Well, I mean, Nepal, certainly in more recent history, is one of our largest responses to date. This is an event that drew the international global community to bear resources in support of the Nepali Red Cross. So in the emergency phase of this operation, Red Cross societies providing both life-sustaining as well as life-saving assistance to many people affected throughout the earthquake-affected areas. In terms of the American Red Cross, we provided personnel in leadership roles to be able to help lead, coordinate, and manage response aspects. We provided actual team members as part of emergency response unit teams. These are teams that go at the community level, sometimes down to the household level, to do the initial assessment of damage assessment, to actually determine what type of assistance is needed, what's appropriate based on the context or the degree of damage, the severity of damage, and then actually come up with a plan to figure out what's most appropriate in terms of humanitarian assistance. Is it health in terms of life-saving assistance? Is it non-food items in terms of life-sustaining measures? Or is it a combination of both? And more recently, I think the industry at large has been playing a particular role in actually leaning towards more cash-based interventions, similar like we do in the U.S., where we provide a client assistance card to beneficiaries. In the case of international aid, there's a menu of options by which we can determine how best to get cash into the hands of the affected population. And this is one example in the last 5 years where the Red Cross community had a significant contribution in terms of our ability to scale up cash-based programming during the emergency phase of the operation.
That's all incredible and overwhelming in a way, the amount of support, and some of that comes within technical expertise as well, right? So I'd like let's talk about this bad boy here. Noe, if you can give us kind of an overview, I believe this particular item was in Nepal itself. Was that correct?
Absolutely. This is a very small aperture terminal. It's called a VSAT. It's what we use to provide internet and voice connectivity pretty much anywhere in the world. I'm sure a lot of you have seen satellite dishes on roofs for DirecTV, and this is a whole other level altogether.
Doesn't get cloudy when I'm trying to watch the news, no?
No,
Okay.
I mean, this one sat out in northern Nepal, out in the rain, through several aftershocks for over 4 months, and just kept ticking. This one in particular was set up outside of a field hospital run by the Canadians.